Good morning, everyone. Welcome to TSN English class from book Snapshot, chapter number 1, The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse. Previously, we have read that the two boys, that is Aram and Muraid, both of the boys belong to a Garagolian tribe, and their tribe is known for their honesty. And the boys were extremely fond of riding, but they and their tribe are very poor, and their condition is like they are um, having their day-to-day life in a very, or their condition is very miserable here. And one day Muraid comes to Aram house with a white rose and invites him to ride. Now, today we'll start from this paragraph. Consequently, even though I could see the horse so magnificent, even though I could smell it so lovely, even though I could hear it breathing so exciting, I couldn't believe the horse had anything to do with my cousin Murad, or with me, or with any of the other members of a family, asleep or awake, because I knew my cousin Murad could not have bought the horse, and if he could not have bought it, it must have stolen it. He must have stolen it, and I refuse to believe he had stolen it. Here in these lines, narrator is talking about that how consequently, or the result is that in 4 o'clock in the morning, even though I could see the horse, he can see that horse. The is so magnificent. The horse is so amazing. Magnificent here means amazing. Even though I could smell it, he can smell that horse, or he can feel the smell of that horse. So lovely. He feels so lovely at that time, even though I could hear its breathing. He can hear the breathing of the horse. So exciting, and all these things are so exciting for him. I couldn't believe the horse had anything to do with my cousin Murad. Here he is talking about that he know that the narrator is knowing that, or he knows that his cousin Murad can't afford that horse, and that is nothing to do with his family also, that his family is also not in that condition that they can afford to buy a horse. So both the families of both the boys are asleep or awake is this time. And because I knew my cousin Murad, and he also knows that the cousin Murad and his family is not in condition to buy that horse, and he knows that if they are not in condition to afford that horse, this means the horse is stolen. And in the end he mentions that he won't believe, because their tribe is known for their honesty, so he can't believe on his eyes that this horse had been stolen by his brother Murad. No member of Garagolian family could be thief. I stared first at my cousin and then at the horse. There was a pious stillness and humor in each of them, which one of which on the one hand delighted me, and on the other frightened me. Here the boy is talking about no member of their tribe could be thief. That their tribe, that is Garogalian, which is known for their honesty. And here he can't believe that a single member of the tribe stolen or be a thief. So I stared at my cousin. So he's continuously, here stared means continuously looking at his cousin, then at the horse, and then he's staring or looking at the horse, or he looked at the horse in a very continuous way. There was a pious stillness. जो दोनों हैं हॉर्स एंड दैट हिज कज़न, वो दोनों ही चुपचाप से एंड पायसली खड़े थे, बिल्कुल ऐसा लग रहा था पवित्र रूप से खड़े हैं. एंड ह्यूमर इन ईच ऑफ देम विच on the one hand delighted me. And here the narrator is feeling very very happy and joyful, but his one hand delighted him. उस एक तरफ वो अपने एक तरफ से खुश हो रहा था. ये वन हैंड डिलाइटेड मीन्स फ्रॉम one side of his mind, or from one phase of his the situation, he is very very happy, and the other phase makes him frightened, or he afraid of that phase. Murad, I said, where did you steal this horse? He asked a question from his cousin, that where did you steal this horse? Leap out of the window, he said, if you want to ride. So his cousin gave him an answer that if you want to ride with that horse, then please come out of this window. It was true. Then he had stolen the horse. Now, the narrator is saying that now it's confirmed that his cousin Murad, he stolen the horse. There was no question about it. He had come to invite me to ride or not as I chose. And he's mentioning over there that his cousin is inviting him for the ride, whether this Aram he wants to come to a ride or not. So, and the second thing he wants to confirm is in mind that the horse is completely stolen by his cousin. Next, well, it seemed to me stealing a horse for a ride was not the same thing as stealing something else, such as money. For all I knew, maybe it was not stealing at all. Here, Nat is talking about, well, it seemed to me stealing a horse for a ride was not the same as stealing something else. Nat is saying that ki both the things are same, whether you steal a horse or whether you steal money. Stealing is always stealing. That means चोरी तो चोरी है, क्या आपने हॉर्स चुराया है और क्या आपने मनी. For all I knew, maybe it wasn't stealing at all. So वो अभी ये कह रहा है that वो सिर्फ ये जानता था कि यह एक चोरी नहीं हो सकती. I mean, घोड़ा चुराना भी कोई चोरी है, because he wants to make himself ready for the ride. If you were crazy about horses the way my cousin Murad and I were, it was not stealing. अगर आप भी उसके cousin और उनकी तरह घुड़सवारी के, if you were fond of that horse riding, then आपको भी ये लगता कि ये सब कुछ चोरी नहीं है, या ये कोई चोरी नहीं होनी चाहिए. It would not become stealing until we offered to sell the horse. ये जब तक चोरी नहीं कहलाएगी जब तक वो लोग इस हॉर्स को offered to sell the horse, बेच नहीं देते, which of course I knew we would never do. और ये उसे बहुत अच्छे से पता था that they can never do or they can never sell the horse. Let me put on some clothes, I said. So here he is kind of agreed with the thought of his cousin Murray, that he wants to ride on the horse, and he also wants to take the ride of the horse. So he's preparing himself for that. So let me put on some clothes. So he's giving answer to his cousin that let me wear some clothes. All right, he said, but hurry. Then Murad replied him that okay, whatever you want to wear, wear it, but please make it quick. I leaped into my clothes. Narrator is saying that he's wearing his clothes very quickly. I jumped down to the yard from the window, and he jumped out from the window, and he jumped into a yard and leaped up onto the horse. एंड वो अपने कज़न मुरेद के साथ घोड़े पर उछल कर बैठ गया बिहाइंड माई कज़न्स मुरेद, उस मुरेद के पीछे बैठ गया. दैट ईयर वी लिव्ड at the edge of the town on Walnut Avenue. And here narrator is talking about uh, their residence, that in Walnut Avenue के एज पे यानी बिल्कुल सबसे एंड वाले एरिया में वो लोग रहते थे. बिहाइंड आवर हाउस वॉज द कंट्री वाइन यार्ड, ऑर्चर्ड्स, इरिगेशन डिचेस एंड कंट्री रोड. और उनके घर के पीछे क्या क्या था? दैट इज़ अ वेरी कंट्री साइड रोड वेयर वाइन यार्ड्स, जहाँ पे अंगूर के बगीचे, ऑर्चर्ड यानी फलों के बगीचे, इरिगेशन डिचेस सिंचाई की नालियाँ, और कुछ कंट्री रोड्स. या कंट्री रोड्स मीन्स विलेज रोड्स. इन लेस देन 3 minutes वी वर ऑन ऑलिव एवेन्यू. एंड विद द हॉर्स राइड 3 मिनट से भी कम समय में वो लोग ऑलिव एवेन्यू पहुंच गए. एंड देन द हॉर्स बिगेन टू ट्रॉट. और हियर जो हॉर्स है उसकी उन्होंने योर हॉर्स बिगेन टू ट्रॉट, इधर आकर उन्होंने हॉर्स की जो घोड़े की चाल है उसको फील किया. द एयर वॉज न्यू एंड लवली टू ब्रीथ. एंड दिस टाइम बिकॉज देयर ड्रीम, they belong to a very poor tribe, so their dream is to ride the horse, and they feel very very wonderful. And this feel of running on a horse is very soothing for them. My cousin Murad, who was considered one of the craziest members of our family, began to sing. I mean, he began to roar. Here the narrator is talking about that his cousin Murad, वो है because of they are feeling very happy in this moment that they are riding a horse. His cousin Murad started singing, and he's again mentioning the thing, not started singing, he is like roaring, यानी उसने दहाड़ना शुरू कर दिया. Every family has crazy streak in it somewhere, and my cousin Murad was considered the natural descendant of crazy streak in our tribe. Here narrator is saying that एवरी फैमिली हैज़ अ क्रेजी स्ट्रीक इन इट समवेयर, कि हर फैमिली में एक व्यक्ति जो होता है दैट इज़ ऑफ सम काइंड ऑफ having some kind of crazy behavior. And my cousin Murad was considered in natural, और उसका जो cousin है Murad वो इस चीज़ का natural descendant है. that means this craziness is coming from his ancestors आउट ऑफ क्रेजी स्ट्रीक इन आ ट्राइब. बिकॉज ये जो है ये सब कुछ क्रेजीनेस उसके कज़न मुरेद को विरासत में मिली है. बिफोर हिम वॉज आर अंकल Koshro, an enormous man with a powerful head of black hair and the largest mustache in the San Joaquin Valley, a man so furious in temper, so terrible, so impatient that he stopped anyone from talking by roaring. It's it is no harm. Pay attention to it. Now here, the narrator is talking about Murad's father. That all these things or all this craziness in Murad's behavior is straight away coming from his father's behavior, because Murad's father, whose name is Khoshover or Khosrow, he is of the same, or he is behaving in the same behavior. He is an enormous man. That means he is a man with great personality, with a powerful head of black hair, and his father is having black hair, and he is like a very powerful head here, means शक्तिशाली आदमी है, and the largest mustache in San Joaquin Valley, और उसके फादर की सबसे बड़ी मूछें हैं सैन जैक्विन वैली में जहाँ वो लोग रह रहे हैं इन कैलिफोर्निया. A man so furious in temper, and his father is a very very angry man. Here furious in temper means a very very angry man, so irritable, बात बात पे वो चिड़चिड़े हो जाते हैं, so impatient, बहुत ही he is having a lack of patience that he stopped anyone from talking by roaring, कि वो किसी की भी बोलती बंद कर सकते हैं अपनी एक आवाज़ से. It's no harm, pay attention to. And he's again and again saying इससे कोई नुकसान नहीं है, pay no attention to it, that there is no need to pay attention on anything which is going on. So here the narrator is describing about Murad's father, that how his father and how all these craziness in his behavior, um, coming in Murad's behavior with his father, that all these things he's having in his behavior is naturally coming with his father's behavior, and because his father is also known for his crazy behavior here.